What's going on, everyone? Today I am back doing the Western Conference standings predictions for the Central Division and the Pacific Division. I did the East video before this, so now I do the West. I'm gonna nothing special here, just the same thing as the last video, just in a separate one. Starting out with the Central, I have the Minnesota Wild. I just don't think that they've never been great. I think they made the playoffs last year, I believe. I think got out first round. I don't know. Minnesota just never is good in the playoffs. I don't think their guys are getting older. I don't think they have anyone special. They'll be last in the division. 6, I have Chicago. Again, they got all their good players. They had an off year last year. I just feel like the same thing will happen. I feel like they don't have enough help around Kane, Taves, Keith, and then Crawford and net. I don't think there's enough guys there to be able to be a really good team together, so I have them at 6. 5, I have Colorado, a nice young team, made the playoffs last year. Had a promising season after one of the worst seasons in NHL history. And then, and they have the Ottawa pick coming in. No matter what happens over there, that could be a really high pick, which is good for them. But I have them missing the playoffs at 5 as the first wild card. The wild card number 4 slot, the Dallas Stars. I've always liked Dallas. I think they have good players. Last year, I thought they would do much better than they did. But this year, I expect a better year for most of their guys. Expect them to be in the playoffs, the wild card. Number 3, I have the St. Louis Blues. I have St. Louis here. They just acquired Ryan O'Reilly. They have a lot of good players: Tarasenko, Trangelo on D. They got Jake Allen in net. I just think they're good. They'll be the playoffs are okay to them. If they could do it, But I expect them to be over there. Number 2, I have Nashville. Again, solid team. They won the President's Trophy one of these years, I feel like. That could be wrong. I don't know. I really forgot. But they have so many guys after their Cup Finals run against when they lost to the Penguins in 2017. Just a fun team to watch. They got a lot of scoring, really good defense. And then first in the division, I have the Winnipeg Jets. It's basically the Predators. What I said about them: good defense, a lot of scoring. They got a really good goalie. I expect them to take the leap after last year having a really good season. So they have much higher expectations, but I think they'll be able to handle it. All right, I have the Pacific now. This one was just as hard as the Metro because there's just a bunch of good teams here. I mean, to predict all these divisions are hard. So it's like I want to get some judgment for what I'm saying here. But some of them I'm looking back at it I put this team here and this team here. I'm like, oh, I don't know. It's it's kind of messed up. But the easy part was me putting Vancouver at number 8 because they are going to be really bad. Again, Canucks fans, you have hope. You have really good prospects. This year should be great for Elias Pettersson, your rookie. I'm going to have an awards video, prediction video coming up eventually. Should have that. But he's going to be a star. You drafted Quinn Hughes. You could have a chance for the top pick and get Jack Hughes this year. And there's so many other prospects. Thatcher Demko, really good goalie. They have one of the top 5 prospect pools in the NHL. They'll be fine in the future. Just right now, they're still in the rebuild, still in the tank mode with the Sedin's out. 7, I have Calgary. Again, this one was hard because they're much better than I feel 7, but there's just nowhere else for me to put them. They had made that trade with Carolina. They got Hanifin, which I thought was better than them having Dougie Hamilton. So they have Noah Hanifin. That sounds the same, which I like better. They had to give up a prospect, I believe, in that trade. I don't know if it was which way it went, but they did get another guy from the Hurricanes. I think they'll be 7. Number 6, I have the Coyotes. I expect them to improve this year. They got Galchenyuk for Domi, which I think was a really good trade for them. As much as Domi's a good player and I like him, it just wasn't working out there. And they got a really, really good center out of Galchenyuk who will be used a lot. And their prospects keep coming up, keep having chances. Dylan Strome should hopefully have his first breakout year in the NHL. I don't know. So we're up to 5. This is where it really got tricky. I have Anaheim missing the playoffs at 5. I feel like now that Corey Perry's out for most of the season, you know, their core is getting older. They have a lot of young guys who are coming up, but I just don't see it happening this year. They're usually a really good team. I just don't. And then at 3, I have the LA Kings. They got Kovalchuk for scoring because that was their major need. They didn't have any scoring, so they kind of fixed that a little bit. They still have Jonathan Quick in net, Doughty on defense, Kopitar, great scorer, great two-way player. He's a really, really good player and just everywhere. So, but I have them having the wild card spot at number 4. I don't know. They're just not up there all the way. I mean, they're getting older, but yeah. Number 3, I have Vegas. I said they weren't going to be as good this year. 3 is, I believe, where in that range. I had them with 3 and 4 and 5, like moving them around. I didn't know where to put them, but I decided to put them at 3. I feel like now that they have Pacioretty, they still won't do as good as I predicted in that Rifle 321 video if you've seen it. But now they have Pacioretty. They have a lot of good players still. I mean, I don't know if I said they won't all keep it up from last year. They'll still be solid. They'll still make the playoffs, in my opinion. Third, I think, is the range for them. 3rd, 4th. Yeah. 2, I have Edmonton, and this one was like a weird putting them up there with everyone else in the division. But they have McDavid, probably gonna win the Hart. I mean, be in that range, and the Art Ross. He won last year, the Art Ross, I believe, for scoring. He's McDavid. I mean, he could probably do a lot with the team. They got Draisaitl there. They have Cam Talbot, who had a really off year last year. They have some solid defensive players. If they just play like they did the season before, they'll be fine. And then they could make the playoffs. I think they could do that. At number 1, the San Jose Sharks. It's Brent Burns, Erik Karlsson, Martin Jones in net. They got Vlasic also on defense. They got Pavelski. They've got Thornton, Couture. They are loaded. I think they're going to win the Pacific. They're going to be a really good team this year. I have them winning the Pacific. So those are my predictions for the Western Conference. Let me know what you guys think. So yeah, thank you for watching the video. See you guys next time. Bye.